What up, Dokkanners? Hopefully you guys have been having an eventful, a fun weekend. Today we're going to be talking about what is the next Dokkan Festival and when it's going to be dropping. The next Dokkan Festival will likely be dropping in the next couple of days because, as you guys know, the stone sales are going to be ending for both Global and JP in a few days, which means if you reverse engineer everything, if the banner is dropping when the new sales come out, which let's just say for argument's sake is Wednesday, October 30th, 10 p.m. PDT, right? So let's just say it's in 3 days for me posting this video. That means if day 0 is the banner's release, day -1 would be the data download, day -2 would be the Twitter reveal, animations and all that stuff, and the in-game teaser. Since this is going to be a Dokkan Festival, there would be an in-game teaser, there would be a new Dokkan event coming up and things like that. And this is going to be in the November time slot. So, oh, you know what? I could actually change this now. I've been right. Okay, so, well, yeah. Girls banners happening from the 22nd, so I can remove this. I was right about that because I'm smart. What? Because I'm smart. Get rid of that. Halloween banner. I mean, yeah, Halloween, whatever. Let's keep that right there. Yeah, get rid of this. And then we get rid of this and get rid of that. Okay. So, oh, and the date was the 22nd. Okay. So now the next November time slot, this is going to be at the end of the month, not exactly November 2nd. It's going to be like October 30th, October 31st. This is just a placeholder. But how this works again is it used to be where Global got a part 1 banner and then Global got a part 2 banner that overlapped with Heroes. So Global had basically 2 banners simultaneously during part 2, whereas JP had an extended part 1. So if things seemed a little bit slow right now for JP players, unfortunately, it's probably going to continue that way for another month because, again, you guys are going to have to wait for essentially 3 weeks instead of 2. That's if it's going to follow how it did last year. I don't think there's any reason for JP scheduling to change. It's Global that has to change. So if November, so basically all of November until the end of November would be the Dokkan Festival. Then halfway through, you guys would be getting the Heroes banner, or actually no, when part 1 ends, it would be the Heroes banner. So either, if anything, they move this back a week or it just plays the same. Whereas for Global, after part 1 happens, there could be room for part 2 to show up, and that part 2 for one final year could be not Global exclusive but Global unique, and that would be Jiren, because that's the only banner that's left over. And then at that point, the holiday season, Global and JP will be fully caught up. So that's probably the only thing that's in question. But as far as there being a November Dokkan Festival, that is 100% true. We know that's going to happen. Now the question is, who is it going to be and what time could it possibly be revealed? It could be tonight around the time that we get the, Margarita and Kiawe EZA. It could be as early as that. I'm willing to bet it's going to be 3 hours after the EZAs for the 2 Peppy gals. Actually, you know, she's not a Peppy gal. So after these 2 characters EZAs drop, I would say probably 3 hours after that. So that would be the 28th for me at 1 a.m. That would fall in line with my 1 day, 2 day rule thing. So if the 30th is the banner's release, 29th is the data download, 28th would be the reveal. That would make more sense if this would be pushed back by 3 hours. So that's when I think it's going to happen. Who is it going to be? And that's basically the point of this video. We are going to be randomly speculating. And I say random because there is no rhyme or reason to think anything and think it's wrong. Every guess, as absurd as it may be, is reasonable, including all of these. All right, including all of these, all of them, even more obscure ones like Bacterian or Chaozu or Monaka, Farmer with Shotgun, bring the meme back. You know, like any guess is reasonable because there is no rhyme or reason. So let's go back a couple of years just to prove my point here. We have the Dokkan Festival on JP, October 31st, 2023. It was Gohan Piccolo. That following year's 9th anniversary was Gogeta Broly, Beast Gohan, and the Gammas. So clearly there is no correlation unless you really want to, you know, try to say Gohan Piccolo, oh, it was a preview for Beast and Piccolo. Sure, right? Not really. Nothing. Go back to the year prior, then we have Bardock's Dokkan Festival on JP, October 31st, 2022, leading into the 8th anniversary's Spirit Bomb. There's no correlation at all, unless you say Goku Bardock, but again, who cares? Then we go back to 2029, October 29th, 2021, was Trunks. Android Cell Saga Trunks. Leading into the 7th anniversary, there's nothing here. And then one more example, 6th anniversary, we knew it was Universal Rival Saga. Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta was the Dokkan Festival. So there is very clearly no correlation. So maybe by me saying this, maybe I have jinxed the whole thing and we are in fact going to get something that correlates to the 10th anniversary, maybe. But I'm willing to bet that it doesn't, because also they tend to know that this time is not really the most lucrative because it's right before the holiday season. It's still kind of after the worldwide celebration. So like the 2 Dokkan festivals after worldwide are generally kind of like snooze fest. Although I think Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta did pretty well, but I could be wrong there. So with that being said, let me know in the comments what your guesses are. I know that there's kind of been a theory running around that with the 10th anniversary ramping up, some people might be thinking that Namek Saga could be in play, especially considering during this block here, we got several major upgrades to the category. We got a great Part 2 LR, although not a must summon at all, because the category is still weird. But we got a great Part 2 LR. We got a bunch of EZAs that gives the category more depth. And then we got the EZAs for the worldwide 2021 Part 2 LRs, which were Vegeta Goku Exchange and the Namek Nerds. So if those guys are getting their upgrades now in October, does that mean that we are going to have to wait all the way until January or end of January to actually get the payoff and get the Part 1s? Or will those EZAs be happening sometime between now and the end of the year? So that I think is looming in a lot of people's minds. So I suppose, you know, thinking that Namek Saga could be coming up is a reasonable guess. Will it happen? No clue. But even if it is going to happen, I don't think that the next Dokkan Festival would also be Namek Saga, because that's a little, I don't think they've ever repeated, correct me if I'm wrong, anybody, Dokkan historians, let me know if has there ever been a point where there have been back-to-back Dokkan Festival celebrations where there is a repeat of theme. Like we just have back-to-back Android Cell Saga or back-to-back Future Saga, not counting marquee celebrations, not counting like worldwides or golden weeks or things like that, like straight up just regular isolated Dokkan festivals. Have there been any that have been back-to-back? I don't think there has been, but let me know. So I had these 4 guesses because I just thought of it and I was like, okay, let's do it. So I'm gonna go ahead and just lean into it. I'm gonna say Tapion. I'm gonna go ahead and throw in the losing guess, but we got to do it for the culture, for the memes, right? We got to throw in my boy Zarbon. Oh my. Android 19, he seems kind of relevant right now with his irritating abilities and sparking. Plus, let's get Android 19 something. Like I feel like this is the time to give someone who has never been given a Dokkan Festival a Dokkan Festival. So I don't think a base Goku or a Vegeta or a Gohan or a Trunks, any of those guys should be in play. It should be something snooze fest-ish. You know what I'm saying? Like it's got to be one of these guys. Give them a moment. Give them an opportunity to do something. And it's not just about them getting the moment. It's also about what could come with it. If this guy gets a Dokkan Festival, then we could be seeing potentially the LR Tapion Minosha EZA. We could see some other potential cool movie hero pieces that could make the movie hero category even better, but in a different way. Like we've already got a really strong movie heroes team, and that's like the Goku's family / Connected Hope / Super Saiyans bracket, right? Like let's get some other movie hero type characters. There are already a few pieces that could work with a Tapion, but they don't really have a good leader to kind of galvanize everybody, right? To rally the troops. So give me a Tapion. Zarbon, not a good time. I don't really have an argument for it other than just give me my Zarbon, damn it. Android 19, Android Cell Saga has been a category that has sort of been growing, but very slowly. Like I think the last good update for Android Cell Saga was Tech Vegeta, right? Did we get anything good since then? I don't think so. So maybe, you know, if Android 19 gets a Dokkan Fest, maybe this could give the Androids category a bit of a boost. Androids category actually has some really good pieces. They just need some new meta level power. I don't know if 19 could usher in a new era for the androids, but it could definitely help, right? So I think that would be nice to see. I think all of my picks here have been good for the sake of just bolstering older categories. Earthlings has kind of seen a little bit of an uptick recently. Tien from the Android Cell Saga would be fantastic because Tien just deserves more. We also now have a farmable Tien. Well, we did before, but we have a more relevant farmable Tien. So this guy getting his moment would be cool. He has a great moment during Android Cell Saga. I think that should be mentioned. Or if they just want to do like a villain. I mean, I know I have 2 Android Cell Saga characters in here, but I think both are more than deserving. There are other ones, but I couldn't fit more on the tweet. Like, what was I gonna say? I had another one in mind and I completely forgot. To be honest, hot take, what if we get Hercule? What if we got a Hercule Dokkan Fest? Would that be unreasonable? Or a Garlic Jr.? I know, yeah, Garlic Jr. was the one that I wanted to put there. Hercule or Garlic Jr., just give me anybody that's not like mainstream. Don't give me a base. If I see a base Goku, I'm gonna lose it. I'm actually gonna lose it. I don't want to see a base Goku. Give me somebody else. Yeah, a lot of people will probably skip, but you know what? Even if it's a base Goku, y'all are probably gonna skip. Let the unit exist. Let the unit have his moment. And then when that unit comes back, when does this unit typically come back? Gohan and Piccolo, I believe, came back in March? May? March? I think it's the Dokkan Festival after Saiyan Day that this unit typically shows up. Let me actually just look that up real quick. May. It released on the First Form Frieza banner on... Oh, wait, that's global. March. I was right. March 5th is when it released on JP along with the First Form Frieza banner. That's where we got the Gohan Piccolo. And ironically, Turles, which was Global's first Dokkan Festival after Worldwide. But yeah, this was when Gohan Piccolo came back. So... releasing in November, coming back in March. I don't think a lot of people will care, even if it's someone who is decent. I think people will be okay with skipping because there's going to be a lot more stuff happening. Plus, the intrigue behind Heroes, I feel like, is rising. We have no idea what's going to be happening with Heroes, and I think for that reason alone, a lot of people are going to want to stay away from this one. But let's see. So anyway, let me know your thoughts, your predictions in the comments down below. We should be getting some sort of reveal teaser either tonight or tomorrow. If it's not, then blame Truth, because I was informed that we were potentially getting stuff maybe today or tomorrow because of him. So I was busy at Dodger Stadium at Staples Center enjoying a weekend full of LA sports dominance. So if you want to blame anybody, blame Eggman. Guys, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to like down below. Let me know in the comments your thoughts on what could be coming up next. Do you want the next Dokkan Festival to be hype or lame or box office or whatever? Do you agree with my take that at least giving us some of the lesser known characters a slot during these moments would be better, rather than just completely omitting them, or maybe even dropping them during a celebration where people would want to summon but then might feel discouraged because the unit is not so box office? Let me know your thoughts, your crazy predictions, your theories in the comments down below. Also be sure to subscribe for more Dokkan content in the future and click the notification bell so that you'll let you know when I see more of my stuff. Thanks again, stay tuned, and ours, it's Dokkan responsibly.